Hey guys, Matt from Wolverine Nation here. I just wanted to let you guys see this video. I got the new Yamaha folding windshield for the X2, X4 that I'm going to be trying out. I currently have the Super ATV flip on now, and I kind of wanted to show you the differences, the pros and cons of both, and why I'm switching to the Yamaha flip down one. So anyway, right now on here I have the Super ATV flip, which I've had one on my original Wolverine, and so I bought one when they first came out for the X2, being that Yamaha only sold the one-piece poly and the glass windshield. So I do like the Super ATV flip. It is nice because in the sitting position, you can open, obviously, and close it, or just crack it so that it's partially open to get some vent. I will tell you that it is a pain in the butt to install, to get everything to line up. You would think that windshield shouldn't be bad, but they send you all these clamps that you have to bolt up yourself, and to get everything lined up. No matter what I did on both windshields, I could never get this to sit flush. I've tried the rubber on the bottom that they give you, and I tried the rubber here. On this one I did mount it on the bottom because I was trying to get it sealed and be able to, as you can see, I cut, let me open it up. I cut squares in it so that my defrosters will be able to blow up through and hit the top windshield. One thing, if you notice, the Super ATV one's cut out so that it flips. Obviously, if it flips up, it has to flip in. So you're not going to get a super tight seal on it. You get a lot of air in here, as you can see here, here. Along the top, I actually added actually I took it off, but I added a rubber on this lip here to try to seal some of this, but then it made it hard for the windshield itself to still flip up underneath the roof. But like I said, there is gaps even with it closed. You can see it's not super airtight. Now, I live here in Western PA, and the weather's up and down, so it's the versatility of having either a flip up or flip down windshield is nice for around here. In the summer, I usually flip it down and run basically the half windshield. But I'm running the soft cab. I did have to modify. This is Yamaha's soft cab. I did have to modify the lower Velcro down here to be able to get to go around the Super ATV brackets. But what I'm looking forward to is seeing how the Yamaha fits. Obviously, you can see here it goes on the outside, and it has the lip on the edge, so it's going to go over top the rail, which I believe is going to seal up much better. It has a rubber on the top and bottom. So let me get this one on, and then we'll kind of compare them both. But like I said, I wanted to show you a little info on the Super ATV one before I mount the Yamaha one. Okay guys, here's the new for 2019 Yamaha folding windscreen kit for the X2, X4. Pretty simple install. Basically, they give you all the hardware separate. The windshield comes wrapped in plastic. I loose fit everything, then tightened it up. There's 4 clamps on the top, one on the top, bottom, both sides, and then tighten everything up. But it gives you these little places here to hook the straps to in the folded down position, and it also gives you these much smaller blocks for the hood. As you can see, if I step back, I wasn't a big fan of the original Wolverine's big huge blocks on the hood that they had mounted, but anyway, I just wanted to show you guys, look how good this seals. I actually broke the top of my lip off my sun top somehow, but it seals real good along that top edge. And also on the bottom. It rides in the channel the whole way over and is sealed very, very well. Along with the sides here, it goes the whole way up along the roll cage, and it's, let me go to the other side, it'll be a little easier to see here, but it seals real nice, and it's made for the Yamaha soft cab. It seals the whole way up the side, unlike the Super ATV one, which has to flip in, so it has to be on the inside of the bar, so you get a lot of air coming in through this area here. As you can see too, it seals real tight on the inside. The only gaps I really see are up here on this corner, which you can see with my finger isn't very big. Something that I did on the X4 is I put a sheet metal screw into the cage through the sun top here to pull this down, and that seals a little bit there, but you still want to make it easier to open and close, you know, easy enough. It's not getting hung up on stuff, so we'll see how it seals like that, but it definitely seals much better than the Super ATV Flip. And again, like I said, it has these nice clamp surrounds that are built into the soft cab, and everything works flawlessly like it does with the full Yamaha polycarbonate windshield. Let me just show you guys how it flips down. You just flop your top clamps on both sides, and then give it a tug. Comes down. You have these here, these rubbers, secure it down there, and then it's a good idea to lock those in place, that way they're not rattling around or scratching your windshield. Sorry guys, trying to do this one-handed. And there it is, flipped down. You can see it sits on the blocks real nice, and it's nice and tight. But some of the things that I like about the Yamaha windshield are in the flip down position, the lower part of the windshield isn't up too high to where it's in your line of sight. I know the Super ATV Flip comes up a little higher, and you catch some glare off of that edge, and it kind of messes you up a little bit on approach angles. I mean, a little bit, not too bad, but I personally like it a little lower so I can see, but it still will give you some direction of flow, you know, divert some of it with it in the down position. So another thing, this lip right here is much smaller along here. It's not, the Super ATV one sticks out much wider, so being that I have defrosters, I actually had to cut holes in here so that the defrosters would get up to the top windshield, where I don't have to cut this one up. Also on the Super ATV one, I think I said before, I had to trim down in here on the soft cab to be able to get it to work, where obviously everything works good with this, no trimming involved. But as you can see, like I said, it seals a lot better. I really like it. And it's pretty simple, other than the fact that you have to get out to flip it down, but I guess you take the good with the bad. But there was some questions on the group. I seen someone put a picture up yesterday of the Yamaha soft cab rear soft enclosure. There was a big gap along here. Well, that was a picture of somebody's that didn't quite have it together right. There was no upper brace installed, so there was a big huge gap along there. But I just want to show you guys, it does seal very well on the sides. It seals excellent. I mean, it holds heat really well, and it's going to hold heat even better now that I sealed up the gaps by getting rid of the flip and getting these Yamaha flip down. That's definitely going to take away the air coming into the cab along this area and along the top like the flip did. I definitely like the flip. I had it on my old Wolverine, and I did have it on my X2 here, and I mounted a few for some buddies. As far as quality goes, with the OEM Yamaha accessories, they're usually pretty decent. The fit's pretty good, and the quality of the parts. The Super ATV one is also, it's a little harder to install and a little harder to get lined up. And definitely if you're working on the cab, to where you need to take the windshield off, this one comes off in 2 seconds, where the Super ATV one, you have to remove the bolts out of your cage and unbolt it from the cage. It's a little more work. So if you're doing any type of wiring, or if you're trying to do anything with, you know, where you need to have your windshield off, that's definitely something to think about too. This one pops right off. So other than that, one other thing I did mention, I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the Super ATV flip video, but I do run harnesses. So when they're properly installed, I can on the Super ATV flip, I could easily unlatch it to let it go up. But to grab it, to pull it back down, to lock it in place, I'd actually have to take my harnesses off to be able to reach up and grab it and pull it back down. I mean, obviously, it's definitely a nice feature to be able to do it from inside the cab. But at the same time, those are things I wanted to point out. And you do get a lot of airflow coming through in this area, especially, you know, in the winter when you don't want it. So, like I said, I'm going to make the switch and keep this on here just for the sheer fact that I'm getting older and I like the cold less and less. So in the winter, if I can keep more air out without having to use pool noodles and add rubbers everywhere, you know, and then when you do that to the Super ATV, it also affects how it opens and closes. So if you do want to open it or crack it in the winter and you got it all jammed full of pool noodles and rubbers, not only does it look like crap, but you know, it'll bind opening and stuff like that. So but like I said, they're both good windshields. Around here, the weather's so up and down. You know, in the morning it might be in the 30s or 40s, and by afternoon it's 70s. So the versatility of the both windshields, being able to open them up and close them, you know, as the temperatures change and the weather changes. Same with the soft cab. It's nice. You can roll it up and stow it when you're not using it on the side, or even take them off when it gets warmer in the winter. I'm gonna leave my back on all summer, even when it gets hot. I'll probably take the side doors off just because I probably won't need them. But you know, the beginning of spring here, it does stay cold and in the mornings and stuff, so it'll be nice to have that on there. But like I said, so far so good. I definitely like it. Looks much better with the smaller blocks. Easy install. And I got my daughter Lily here. She's modeling our new Yamahammers off-road t-shirts that are available on yamahammers.com. These are a black frost. They're like a heather color. They're real soft. They won't shrink. It's going to be your favorite shirt. They're super comfortable, but it has the yamahammers.com on the sleeve. And we do have a few of them. I ordered some just to see how they looked in a maritime frost, which is a light blue. So if you like those, there's a few of those on there, and if it's a hit, we'll order some more. But we also have some Flex Fit embroidered Yamahammers hats that we're gonna have hopefully here in the next week or so. So keep a lookout for those. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope I helped some people out here with their choice on the windshield. Like I said, they're both good windshields. If you want the convenience of being able to open from the inside, with the sacrifice of a little air coming in the winter, the Super ATV might be the one for you. If you're looking for a little better fit and a more sealed up cab, and don't worry about getting in and out to open and close, go with the Yamaha one. But for now, the Yamaha one wins for me. The Yamaha full down one, I'm going to keep this one on, and if anything changes on my opinion, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Thanks.